We're joined by Kyrie Irving, who is now a world champion as he joins us, as well as a gold medal winner 2 years ago when you were the MVP of the World Cup in Spain. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I don't know if you're aware of this. It was 1 month ago today. You guys won Game 7 at Oracle Arena in Oakland, and you hit the biggest shot of your life.
Yeah.
What have the last 4 weeks been like as a champ?
It's been a great celebration. It's been a great celebration, understanding what we accomplished. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life, but I didn't want to take that moment for granted. Seeing my dad and my sister after we won, and then having a few weeks just to decompress and just enjoy myself. But now I'm back out here, and this is almost, I would say it's a little step below than winning a championship for me, because this is just an exciting time to be with these guys. Every single day, I was telling Paul George as we watched them, before we came here, I just got done watching your highlights. I was just watching your 2015-2016 highlights, about 8 minutes of just straight highlights. I enjoy seeing great players in a setting like this because they're not in their team atmosphere. They're away from their norm, and they get to come with guys like us and just really open up, and we get a chance to get to know one another.
This will be your first shot at an Olympic gold medal, but you've been through the senior national team experience before. What kinds of things do you learn about teammates that you've only faced before?
Well, one thing I really enjoy about USA basketball is the particular part with the select team. I started there. It was myself, Clay, and a few other guys that now we're on the Olympic team 4 years later. And that friendship and that bond of us going to the World Championship and us taking our time and putting in the hours for USA basketball and now being able to chance to go for a gold for Olympics is a dream come true.
Well, Kyrie, I just want to talk about, we were saying it before you came here, it's if you look at your age and resume from 24 and so much you've accomplished and some adversity when injuries, and then talk about you have a chance to win an Olympic gold medal and also have an NBA championship within months. Just talk about and reflect everything you've gone through, and like you said, this time to be able to be the leader, be the point guard of this team, and that responsibility at a young age and just being 24 years old.
I feel like my dad has prepared me for these moments. I try to live and enjoy every single moment, never take it for granted, understanding that it's a process to be where you want to be, seeing players that have come before me, reaching out to guys, understanding relationships and connections that will propel me to be the best player I can be. So I'm really thankful for that. I've had a tremendous opportunity to go to a great university that Coach K is the head coach of the Olympic team, that connection there, and just I'm trying to put into words what it really means because I didn't really expect it to happen this quick, a lot of the things that have been happening. So, like I said before, I just want to live in every moment and never take it for granted.
Kyrie, obviously in 2014 you played the World Cup. You guys won a gold medal. How did that experience, you feel, help you prepare? Because we know the international game's a little bit different than our NBA game. But how did that experience prepare you now as you're coming in as a veteran of international basketball?
It's prepared me a great deal. Understanding the process of being together for a certain amount of days. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way about this, but there's nothing more beautiful than seeing a bunch of great stars come together and we flourish in a tournament against other countries. It's nothing more beautiful for me than that. The ball movement, the game film, and when we go to our respective teams, I don't forget that type of stuff. It's just such an awesome experience, and I just love beautiful basketball with great players. This is the cream of the crop right here, USA basketball, and we just have to prove it every single night.
Is there a teammate, particularly maybe a new teammate, you're most looking forward to getting to know as a player and playing alongside?
Kevin Durant. Yeah. I've been a fan of his since I was since he's come into the league, and even when he was in high school.
Yeah,
but it feels like I've been watching for a while. I mean, he's accomplished so much. So I'm just a huge fan of his, and watching how maniacal he is about his work, his footwork, his jump shot. I'm telling him every time he shoots the basketball how pretty his jump shot is. It's just I don't get to see it live all the time, so when I do, and I get to see him in this setting, I mean, it's awesome.
I don't feel like I need to tell you continued success, but continued success nonetheless.
Thanks,
congratulations on the World Championship once again, and good luck
Always
over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, the guys were just talking about the new squad you guys got in Chicago, the work you're putting in here. First, let's talk about this experience for you and getting to play with all these great players. What do you take out of it?
Just that I get to play with the greatest players in the world, a few of them at least. Just, watching them work on their game and compete. I think that's big for me. I think that's big for us. It's making you go out there and play like they play, to get on a level that they're on.
How much can this actually translate, though? What can you learn from this experience and take back to the Bulls with you?
That you're here for a reason. You're a really talented basketball player. Basically, what this does for me, probably for everybody else, it just gives you confidence, knowing you get to represent your country at the top of your craft. So moving forward, just know that you belong.
Have you had some communication with Dwayne Wade yet?
Yeah, talked to him a couple of times, talked to everybody. Doug and Denzel over there on the other court, so obviously I get to see them. But yeah, I've talked to a little bit of everybody. I just want to know my guys.
What are the big things that you're trying to create, whether it's culture-wise or style of play, when you have these conversations?
Just try to get everybody to understand how hard you have to play every night. I think we all want to win, but even whenever we're not playing the best, if you play hard, I think that can cover up a lot of mistakes, and it takes care of a lot of things just by going hard every possession on both ends of the floor.
What does a guy like a Dwayne Wade and his championship pedigree and the greats that he's played with and the international game he's played, what can that do for your squad?
Teach us how to win, what it takes to win, whether it's taking care of your body, the work you have to put in, how you got to study film, how you got to know your teammates. He knows about all of that. Same thing with Rondo. I think that's a big thing. Obviously, they're talented, but I think that's one of the big things for me that is going to help me with is the fact that they really know how to win because they've done it before.
Jimmy, you're putting in a lot of hard work here. We appreciate you joining us. Best of luck here through with USA Basketball.
Appreciate you.
The head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, now running the select team, Greg Popovich. What has this experience been like for you here the first couple days?
It's been busy. It's been fulfilling. It's been a great learning situation. I mean, we got a lot of players here, as you know, both between the select team and the Olympic team. So, being with all the coaches, with Coach K and his staff, and my staff with the select team, talk great basketball, learn a lot of stuff. Secondly, get to know all these players a little bit more closely. What do they like? What makes them smile? What makes them tick? What do they like with each other? What kind of teammates might they be? All that sort of thing. So it's just fun to be around them and watch them and to learn all that. And then lastly, dinners in Vegas are great.
Yeah, I've heard something about that. But you do look refreshed and relaxed, a little less stressful environment than the normal day job.
Yeah, for right now, there's no winning or losing. Just practicing and trying to do what we can as the select team to get the Olympic team ready. It's a tall order. That gold medal they've been winning here for 10 years is not easily won. It takes a lot of work. And USA Basketball with Jerry and Coach K has done a great job in setting a tone, building a culture, creating a pipeline where it just has been flowing. But it's not just roll out the ball. It takes a hell of a lot of work, and I can see it with my own eyes how complicated this all is.
Beyond just coaching and learning the future of USA Basketball as you've been doing, what else goes into the transition process as Coach K hands over the reins to you after this Olympics?
Well, it's not going to be like cut and dry. At least I hope not. You think about what he's done for the last decade with this, and I would be a real fool to just say, okay, I'm going to go do it my way now, or I'm going to go do this. Sure, we're all different people, but I'm going to drain him. I'm going to squeeze every bit of info out of him that I possibly can. If he tried to just move too far away from it, I'd pull him right back. But I don't think he's going to go real far. He loves this program. He's been such a huge part of it. Hopefully he'll continue and be an integral part of what goes on.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about one of your new players who we'll see on the international scene in Pau Gasol. What are you expecting out of him, and what maybe can you lend intel yet to the USA team?
Yeah, I've never coached him, so Tommy Thibodeau will have to do that. So since he's one of Coach K's assistants, he can give him all the info he needs. I'm telling him about Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. I'm selling them both out.
Well, you did a great job a couple days ago with Tim Duncan. He'll have his day coming up here in a few days. Do you expect him to get emotional? What do you think we'll see from him?
That's a great question. Timmy doesn't do that very often. He'll feel it. He'll feel it. It'll be very interesting to see how emotional he does get. It's a lonely feeling without him, though, I'll tell you. You know, when you've been with somebody 20 years, first of all, that sounds ridiculous. I can't imagine that really happened. But we know what time does for us. But at this point, I just got to get used to not having him around as part of the culture and his professionalism, his humor. The days that he was totally tired of me and wished that he was playing someplace else for sure. I'll miss all of that. I really will.
Do you think there's any chance you'll ever be able to get him to come back and speak to your teams or use some of that wisdom he had with being with you for so many years?
You know, I think in some way, shape, or form he'll be around. I'm not sure how much he's going to want to do that, but it's an open door. He can do whatever he wants. And anything he says to the team will always be on a personal basis. There's not going to be any room and any podium or any speech, you know, anything like that. He'll just do it his own way by walking around and touching people.
Well, Coach, I must say this worked out quite differently than the last time we spoke, so I want to thank you.
But that was at the end of a quarter, wasn't it?
No, that was the first day of training camp.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Pop, best of luck this week.
You too.
Let's go to dinner sometime.
Okay, we will. Do you drink wine?
You know, whatever you're buying.
Okay, because if you don't drink wine, you're not invited.
I'll be there tonight. See you.